Hey guys, this is MugenLord here, and welcome to my brand new video series called RPG Roundup, where I showcase upcoming RPGs and RPGs that's under the radar that you may not even know even actually exist, and also current RPGs that's available right now that you may want to even pick up. So if you're interested into a series like this, definitely hit that subscription button. It helps me out in the algorithm, and also hit that bell to be notified for more RPG Roundup content in the near future. So let us dive right into it. First up, Astria Chronicles. Explore the vast world on a brink of chaos in a mature, emotional JRPG. Experience an epic story with rewarding, turn-based combat and expansive customization rendered in glorious 4K hand-drawn visuals. When it comes to this game, it reminds me of a title that released about 3 generations ago called Olden Sphere, and it seemed like developers have picked up their style throughout the years and it has become a main staple. So if you're interested in a title like this, the game had released September 30th, 2021, about a year ago, and has been developed by Dare Villagers. And the platforms you can find this title on is for Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X, Steam, and the Microsoft Store. Next up on our list is Dungeon of Nahobeck. The Nahobeck universe is an original creation by French author John Lang. It started as a very popular audio comedy series parodying role-playing games and heroic fantasy tropes. Now the story is available in English and as a video game for the first time. Now this title really caught my interest because it's a tactical RPG, and I love me some tactical RPGs, and I know plenty of you guys are finally growing into the genre and pretty much looking for more to crave and satisfy that hunger of yours. So I looked into it, and it seemed like the title has already been released September 17th, 2020, and I love the art style, and that's what really brought me into wanting to actually try it, because I'm not really into Western style role-playing games, but this really piqued my interest. And the developers is from Artifact Studio, and the platforms you can catch this title on is Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X, Steam, and the Microsoft Windows Store. Third up on our list is Lost Sphere. A young man who suffered a phenomenon that he had never seen faces an ominous power that threatens the fabric of reality. Awaken the power of memory to restore what was lost. Lost Sphere is a Japanese role-playing video game developed by Tokyo RPG Factory and published by Square Enix. The game is the second to be developed by Tokyo RPG Factory and considered a spiritual successor to the first title, I Am Setsuna. And what I respect so much about the studio is the fact is that they decided to take on the mantle of delivering some of that golden era classic JRPGs of the 90s. And I really appreciate what they have done with this. Now the title has been released October 12, 2017. And the platforms you can find the game on is Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Microsoft Windows Store. Now, as far as physical copies are concerned, it's been pretty hard to track down, but I was able to snag a copy just today on Amazon. So expect a review and my first impressions of this game when I get my hands on it. Fourth in line, Eastward. Climb aboard, join John and Sam on an exciting journey through a society on the brink of collapse. Discover delightful towns, strange creatures, and even stranger new friends. Wield a trusty frying pan and mystic powers as you fight your way through a deadly miasma devouring the land. Now, I was super excited for this game ever since it was announced, and it took years before they actually officially released it September 16, 2021. And what really drew me into this is the pixel art. And I can officially say this, pixel art isn't dead. This is a beautiful art, a beautiful style that I wish mainstream developers or those AAA developers spend more time to actually utilize more often. But when it comes to this, it definitely reminds me of Earthbound, and that's what really sticks out to me the most. And it's an action adventure role-playing game where you take control of John and Sam, and I have bought the title and I own the title. It's digital only. I believe that you can only grab it on limited run games if you want it physical. And the developers is from Pixpill and the publishers is Chucklefish. Trust me, you would not regret this title. I'm still playing it, and you'll definitely hear a review from me pretty soon. And the platforms you can grab it on is Nintendo Switch, Mac OS, and Microsoft Windows Store. This fifth title definitely needed to be on this list because I feel as though it's under the radar and just underappreciated, and that title is called Astral Chain. The few survivors of a massive global disaster gathered together in a futuristic mega city. Now it's your job to protect them against otherworldly invaders, but you're not alone. As a member of a special police task force equipped with sentient armaments called legions, Control the protagonist and a legion simultaneously to change stylish combos, change legions on the fly to vary your style, and unleash a variety of abilities. The last remnant of humanity depends on you, and to save the world, you must investigate its dark side. Explore a near-future cyberpunk metropolis, solving crimes, and seeing how the last remnant of humanity struggle to survive, as you save the world from extra-dimensional invaders called chimeras. You'll also interact with citizens, question suspects, and team up with members of your task force to solve crimes. Now, I really enjoyed this title. The publisher and the developers is Nintendo and Platinum Games. Platinum Games, I would say and argue that they are the best developers when it comes to creating action role-playing games. And it's so sad that no one, and mostly everyone, has no idea the existence of this title. But this title, if you give this game a try, you definitely won't be disappointed. You get that mixture of some Devil May Cry and some Nier Automata mixed with its own original type of gameplay, and the story is just interesting altogether. And I love the comic book cell shade type of art style it has, and you're able to customize your own characters, which the protagonist is a male and female, and I picked the female, of course. But as you go through the story, you start to unravel some of the mysteries behind this world, and I found it kind of interesting and really indeed enjoyed every last part of the experience. So make sure you give it a try on the Nintendo Switch. I also have a review on it, so you can also go check it out on my channel. Number 6, Shining Resonance Reframe. Play as Yuma and stop the Empire from exploiting the power of the ancient dragons, including the soul of the Shining Dragon within you. With the help of your friends, realize your destiny, save Astoria, and unleash the strength you've always had locked away. Now, this is a pretty interesting title, and the history behind this title is the fact is that the game was a Japanese only release back on the PS3 in 2014, and just recently, or just a few years ago, July 10th, 2018, it decided to remaster it for the platforms Switch, PS4, Xbox One, Steam, and the Microsoft Store. The developers and publishers is Sega, and the Shining series has always been a flagship series back in the early 90s for Sega, and they decided that, hey, let's just update this series once again, and hopefully more people will be more aware of this and give the title a try, and hopefully we'll see more Shining games in the near future. Last but definitely not least, number 7, Destiny Connect. The town of Clockney is celebrating the advent of a new millennium. When time suddenly comes to a halt and a horde of hostile animated machines appear, it's up to a young girl named Sherry, her friend Pegero, and Isaac, the time-traveling robot, to unravel the mystery behind the strange events. Together, they'll revisit the past and peer into the future, learning some very interesting things about their families and their peculiar town. Time Walker. Explore the enigmatic town of Clockney and watch as the world shifts around you based on your actions. Gear Grinder. Use your mechanical skills to fend off hostile machines and to manipulate parts of the environment. Fixer Upper. Enter workshops where you can improve your items and equipment using gears. Now, I just recently reviewed this title, and this is the most underrated title JRPG I have ever discovered. And I'm trying to tell you guys, you definitely need to pick this up. It definitely needs to be part of your library. You would not be disappointed. This is definitely homage to classic JRPGs, and the developers is from Nippon Ichisoft, or NIS America, and the platforms you can find this title on is Switch, PS4, Xbox One, Steam, and the Microsoft Store. It was released October 22nd, 2019. And I would say this, it's pretty hard to find physical copies of this game. It's not impossible, but it's definitely going to be a fight to be able to find some physical copies. But you can grab it digital on the PlayStation Store and also the Nintendo eShop. So you make sure, I can't stress this enough, you definitely need to play this game. Check out my review. I'll leave that in the link in the description below so you can check it out for yourself to see if this is an actual title that you want to actually try out. But I'm telling you right now, if this game came out this year, this game would be on my Game of the Year list, because I didn't really expect much from this. And don't let the art style fool you. Don't let it fool you. It's a charming, cute game, but the story is what definitely pulls you in, and it's traditional turn-based gameplay. So that pretty much wraps up this RPG roundup for today. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit that subscribe button once again, and hit that like button, because a like also helps me. And make sure you share the video around. Maybe you have some friends who may be into RPGs and don't really know some of these RPGs or aren't familiar with them because they're pretty much under the radar. That would definitely help this channel out, definitely. And also, don't forget to hit that bell to be notified for more RPG roundups in the near future. This is MugenLord signing off. I'll see you Game Fiends later. Peace out.